receive a Texas historical marker. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Doug Kubicek from the Lockton County Historical Commission to say a few words.
Thank you. It's good to be back home. All you Shinerites, everybody from Shiner, raise your hand. Right. Yeah, if you're a Shiner from Shiner, you get the right to be called a Shinerite. So if you're not today, one day you're here, you can be called a Shinerite. So thank y'all. You know, this is a long time coming, and I'd like to thank a lot of people. I'm going to cut this one short. I don't think I've ever done one dedicated a marker in this situation. I don't know. You know, this one, like I said, it's a long time coming, but this is the trifecta of the other two that are out in front of the building. Okay? We first did the Blucher Hall, which is now the KC Hall. Then we did Joe Project Orchestra. And now we're doing the Hobo Band. That's the trifecta of, yeah. It's something to be proud of. I mean, how many of you in here have played or play a musical instrument? That's what I'm talking about. He's saying he used to. Yeah, but anyway, you know, there's a lot of people that have a lot to do with this marker, and I have to tip my hat if I had it on. Gary McKee is the author of the narrative that I submitted to the State Historical Commission. He also did the Joe Patek Orchestra. So both of those, I could not have done as much time. You know, last night I was looking at some stuff. Do you know how many times you revised what we sent in?
15, 20.
You're pretty close. 12. I looked at, he wrote a note to me, revision 12, and I know he wasn't through with it yet. And I could stand here and talk a lot and let him talk about it, but I'm not, because you know how long that report, that narrative was? 24 pages of history about these guys.
That was the Reader's Digest version.
Yes, that was the Reader's Digest version. You know, and the Hobo Band the Hobo Band in Shiner goes back a long way, right at 100 years. And there's a couple, Clark Messer comes to mind, and his father, who was a master musician, the Redlands. All these people played an early part in doing this. And as Gary pointed out in his narrative, the idea of the Hobo Band was around about the turn of the century, about 1900, 1910. You're starting to see this, and it really caught on. And I don't know quite know, but those early guys that were in the Hobo Band, the very first bunch, they also were involved with the Gaslight Theater or the Opera House, and they used the costumes from the Opera House when they first got started and were dressing up. So anyway, I need to thank also Frank Duff Wagner, because he did the one on the Blucher Park. And you know, my thing is, how do you put 24 pages into 50 words? You can't do it.
Scissors.
He says scissors, but you can't do it. My suggestion is, since we couldn't put everybody's name on here, that we come back and start once a year, like a memorial to people that have played in the Hobo Band, and put 12 people every year on another memorial that's going to be hopefully next to this one. That way you can keep adding all of the musicians, all the people that have played in this band to it. Because we can't, I mean, I can't imagine how many people have played in the Hobo Band. It would be maybe 10 or 15 little markers for it. So, anyway, hey, you know what? I need the oldest Hobo Band member and the youngest. Right here. Yours in the Hobo. Okay. All right, we've got these two guys, the youngest and the oldest in the Hobo Band. So, all they're going to get to unveil it, tie the knots, untie the knots, and help. Yeah. Hold on, he needs a beer. He needs a beer. Okay.
That's it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we'll pull it off. Yeah. That's what it's all about right here. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Hey, thank all the KCs and again the Hobo Band. Gary, thank you. And thank everybody that had anything to do with this one. It's special. It's really, really special. Okay, thank you.
All right. Thanks, Doug. And thanks to all y'all for coming out today. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of the performance and the rest of the picnic. Thank y'all. We sure do appreciate it. Let's give you guys a round of applause. Hey, and so it will be permanently located out here, like Doug said, but we have it on wheels, so I might see these guys want to drive it around for a year until their performances. So, yeah. Wade said it'll handle it. We'll take care of it.